Welcome along to Sunday. It is final round time of this week's GP event, just before the new year of 2024. We are back with the main account today on this final round, and so far it's so good. It's 4 races in, 188 points. To bring you up to speed as well, opening round saw us drop just a 1 point due to a mistake by myself, and then in qualifying we also dropped the 1. So we're on the back foot a little bit. But there's only one player running that, if we score 376, can beat us. So you never know. We might still be in the chance for medals. We've got Prost and Verstappen as our drivers. And we've got this car set up as well. So fingers crossed we can get some good points. We've got a lovely Austin to come. So hopefully we can get a good 47 to start off this video. Make sure to let me know how you've got on this weekend as well, as we go racing for race 5 coming from Austin. So here we go. Race 1, bad matchup as well to start the video. They're around 69 ahead of us, so interestingly, can we overcome it? And it's going to be a one-stop race, so it's going to make it a little bit tougher. Hopefully some hard tyres for the rival. It's going to put us on the back foot though, Prost and Verstappen. We are going to start then on mediums and softs, and we are going to run simply merely on both. We need the extra speed and cornering here. So can we overcome? We need some difficult tyre choices from the rival, hard and mediums, so that's a good start if we can get a good start, as we need to go race green, which we forget all the time. You're not missing much into the first corner. And we have dropped massively down to P7. It's a terrible start from Max Verstappen. Prost is away out front, but Max Verstappen has really dropped on that first corner. That's going to make it so difficult for us to come back on. And it's not going to get any easier. Still P7. So for all it's worth, we are going to be truly on the back foot. Can Verstappen make any movement past Hamilton? Yes, he can, but the rivals are pushing. That 99 tyre management is going to help us. Or 98, I think it is. But we've got a lot of work to do. Hopefully, because they're on slower tyres, we should be able to catch it. But Prost just loses out here. We're going to just try and hold on to that position. So rival, as they do, always just pushing their power unit. They're about to run out. And rival goes through us at that corner. Verstappen in P4. So just going to try and boost the power unit. Maybe try and undercut here. But Prost still P2, defending for his life, and he's got that medium tyre ahead. So if we can try and build up the power unit, that's going to be our best bet. We're going to just try and close the gap a little, as Prost now just accelerating away from that hard tyre. And he'll be in this lap. So it's looking pretty tough here to overcome. We've built a gap to P5. We need to get past Verstappen ASAP if we can. And Prost making good work to close the gap as well. So all to play for. Verstappen, though, will be coming in this lap. We're going to try and just close and make sure we get out ahead of P5. But will P5 come in and P6? Yes, they will. So we've used a lot of power unit. Prost is conserving, which I didn't really want to do it that much. We're going to have to push hard on the outlap if we stand a chance. We need clear air for Verstappen. He's not going to get it. And he's tucked behind Max Verstappen. Prost pushing a little bit. It's going to be tough for him to get back. And this is going to be tough to rescue 47 here. Verstappen takes P4. And it's going to be down to this terrible start that we got as to why we're not going to be able to pick up this 47. Rival's well gone ahead. We need them to kind of pit for hards or something. It's not going to happen. No chance. We come round the final corner. Rival coming out on the mediums. It's just not going to happen today. We are going to be dropping points in this race. The question is, how many do we drop as Prost gets into P2? And we're just going to be stuffed on power unit here. Verstappen takes P3. But we've just not got the power unit for when this rival pushes. That is the problem. 14% is all we have got. We're going to try and conserve. Look how slow we are. We've got 20 back. Rival starts to push now. They'll be ahead pretty quickly. And already look into that corner. We're going to just try and hold. Try and keep up where we can. And maybe we can have a run at this last lap. But where's Prost? Maybe Prost can hold him up too. As we come to. So you can see the rival just pulling ahead. But I don't think we're going to get there. We have got 36%. Prost is pulling clear. Rival's still pushing. I don't think we're going to get this by any stretch. Rival is gone. And a really bad start from Max Verstappen is going to absolutely cost us here in Austin. It's a shame because he shouldn't have got that bad start. Down to P7 as well. But can we rescue anything? Well, we're too far behind now. It is going to be a drop point here. And there's nothing we can do. That's the way it crumbles sometimes. We are pushing. We are trying to close this gap. We're not going to close it. We've got Prost coming through in P1. You can see the rival ahead of us. We just can't. And that bad start really does cost us. And it is just 46 points at Austin. So a bad first race. That's not what we wanted to see. But race start absolutely killed us. 1774 for the rival. And let's take a look. Level 8 Leclerc, level 8 Verstappen. And the car wasn't massively better than ours, but just that race start absolutely stuffed us. Moving on then to race number 6, we're at Spain and Barcelona. A matchup that is slightly in our favour this time, which will be good news indeed. And we are at, hopefully, better qualifying. Not bad. Last race was annoying. Look, P2, P3. You can see a bad matchup. We went out to P5, P6. So we're going to go mediums for both. And we are going to go on to Merlion. And we're going to go on to Tuning. And we're going to hope we can get a great start. So it's damage limitation mode now. Can we not drop any more? You never know what's going to happen to your rivals. Verstappen, again, just the fast start. I know we're not using a race start boost, but just not getting away as well. And he's got something like 98 race start, I think. I might be wrong there, but it depends on the rival and what they're running. But with P1, P2, with Verstappen leading Prost, with Verstappen for the rival back in P3, you're going to try and keep this tuning ahead because it's going to get the quicker pit time. And hopefully the rival doesn't trouble us too much, but they are on the mediums, they are on the right strategy. So expect them to be running us close. But we're just staying ahead for now. Into end of sector 1, rival catching us up. And you can see that Merlion just bringing Verstappen back to us early on. We're going to push out of this corner, try and create a gap. And the rival's push is now over, so we're in a pretty good position now. We can just accelerate away with Prost about a second ahead of Verstappen. Good job there's no DRS. And we've just got to make probably that 3-second gap. It's only 1.5. The gap is coming down. We're just trying to build some power unit on Verstappen. Can we stay ahead? Can we not double stack? This is going to be crucial. And what's the gap now? Just 1.3. So struggling all the time to create this gap. We're going to just conserve Prost a little bit. Going to build his power unit back up. It's going to put him into the clutches of the rival. And that's what we didn't want to do. But he's got nearly 95%. We are going to get a quicker pit stop. We need to pit as well. That usually helps. And now he comes in. We're going to probably double stack this as well. It's not going to be a great start to this. Need a quick pit stop. And it's just by about half a second. Oh, it's tough racing. We are right behind them though. Can we snatch back P2 early on with that Merlion boost? Yes, we can. We're into P2. I'm going to try and stretch clear a little bit now. Just so when the rival comes back at us, because they're going to come back with a full power unit. And I've not got a lot to defend. Prost trying to conserve now. And we are just a couple of seconds ahead again. We will push when the rival pushes. And they are pushing now. So we are going to push with Prost to try and protect. We're going to push with Verstappen. Verstappen's not got the most power unit, but he's got track position. So we can keep pushing. What's the rival got? Less than 50. So we're ahead, I think, with Prost's power unit. Just got to hold this off. But I think we might be okay. Rival's just run out of power unit now. And we say that, he comes straight back past us. Oh, it's one of them days. Can Prost get past Verstappen? He can get back past. So we're back into P1 and P2. With a bit of power unit as well. Still to go. So just going to push. Rival shouldn't be pushing any more now. And we're going to create that gap between the two. On lap 8. And we've stretched clear now by about 3 seconds. Can we just finish off with a nice simple ending this time? But it's looking okay. We've got enough gap here. And I think we are going to be spot on. Rival's just going to come close, so we're going to push again. But it is going to be a return. Race 6 in Spain, 47 points. We will absolutely take that. With Verstappen pushing us all the way. But we do make it when the rival just doing that 5-3, coming home on the soft tyres, back in what is P number 8. So return to form in that one, 1705 versus 1650, with that Max Verstappen running us really close at level 7. And the car was less than ours, that gave us the advantage. But I tell you what, it still run us, and we still had to work for the maximum points. So, race number 7. And it's a maximum account bot as well. It's a terrible matchup in probably one of the worst ones you can get at Silverstone. So this is going to be torturous yet again. P3, P6. Hopefully that Verstappen gets stuck. But Verstappen, so far down. We're going to go on to, if I can find it, Movember for Prost. He needs the extra tyre. And we are going to go on to Merlion as well. So let's see what we can do here. So yeah, just getting caught out by these max accounts now. That seems to be an issue. But hopefully we can flick into a good start. Verstappen still not getting them perfect starts. This Verstappen should get stuck. And he doesn't get stuck. Usually that is always the case. And we've got another bad start. Max Verstappen only into P6 still. And this, considering we are a one-stop race, a fully wet race, this is going to be bad. Very bad. Oh, there's nothing we can do here either, because it's just going to be so tough. Rivals pushing, we're going to try and follow them through. We are lagging as well, which makes it even worse. And can we get past Verstappen? Yes, we can. Prost leading though. He hasn't got the quicker pit time, annoyingly, compared to Verstappen, who gets P4. And we're just trying to hold on the power unit. We'll close through these corners here. Try and stay ahead if we can. And we're going to have to push. Rival using Schumacher. That is a physical max account. Straight off the bat. And we've not got the best tyres with Prost. That's his problem. We can't even push him. He's bang on 50. And this is where hopefully the 25 cornering of Movember brings us a little bit closer. We are not that far behind, but we're going to pit these two at the same time. They're going to double stack again. We've got no other choice about it. Can we pit early maybe with Prost? I think we're going to have to try. We're going to come out in all sorts of traffic though. This is not the way we wanted it to go. It's just a tough final round. It happens. It really does happen sometimes. Prost comes in. I've had to make that choice. Verstappen trying to close the gap. These two are going to double stack. That's going to be the bonus here. Prost loses a couple of spots as he comes out in P5. And now Verstappen pushing Schumacher as hard as he can. Prost is going to be a sitting duck at the end of this race. He could have done with getting past Verstappen. He is past Verstappen. And this is going to be another tough day in the office. But Prost coming through. We had to trigger the undercut. We had no other choice. And we're going to come out briefly in the lead. But this rival is going to absolutely hammer us back. Maybe we can hold him up a little bit as we try and push with Verstappen. And look at that. Straight back past us. Like, what can you do? They were both on medium boost. And we had the extra 25 cornering. And still, he overtook us in the corner. But what a blow. Can Verstappen close the gap? We need to limit these points loss. It's going to be at 2 at this stage. Or 2 in this race alone. Prost trying to come back at Verstappen. I'm not sure how Verstappen can't even catch our car. And look at that. Rivals pushing with pretty much 3/4 of a power unit. Oh, one of the worst tracks to get a bad bot in this weather as well. Just going to try and hold. Rivals still got just under half. And never mind. We will fight next week again. At least we can leave this kind of performance back in the 2023, right? That's the bonus part of it. But we'll smile and we'll carry on. Can we get... I don't think we're going to get P3 at all. Forgot to undo Prost. Look at that. If Verstappen's well ahead, it's going to be disaster in Silverstone. Verstappen's going to come home P2 with Prost P3, and this might end up seeing us off the podium. There you go. 1705 versus 1815. Looking at the drivers, first time I've ever raced Michael Schumacher by somebody who's using him at that car. 99 Max Verstappen, and of course 177 over 204. And considering we had 5 less speed and we used Merlion, we still couldn't overcome. Make it make sense. I don't know how that doesn't make sense. How can you have more speed and cornering with a boost and get absolutely destroyed? Who knows? So, last race in Hungary, and Hutch have decided to soften the blow. We've got a bit better matchup, and we are around 83 ahead. So, they're trying to restore the faith at this point. And looking at the qualifying, we're back up to P2 and P3. Starting out P6, P7 absolutely kills our chances against these very good rivals. So, we're going to just use Merlion and both. We need to not drop any more points. So, last hurrah in race 8. Can we get 47 and just limit the damage to 3 points? Let's find out. Verstappen gets a good start, and so does Prost. So we're into P1 and P2 already. Rival into P4, so they'll probably boost past rival AI Max Verstappen. And we're just going to leave these on medium now. You can see P4 starting to push then on them soft tyres. So we'll just try and keep it. But can we? Yes, we can at the moment. And down the straight, overtake him. You don't see that very often. But for us, it happens. So we're back down to P3. We're going to do 5 laps with Prost. We're going to be really quick at the end on the soft tyres. That's going to be our hope. Rivals out of power unit now. And we're going to do 4 laps on this soft quite comfortably. just leaving it at medium, and somehow the rival's catching us. Doesn't make sense today. We've got a team score well better than the rival, and how are they all over the back of us? Doesn't make sense. We've got 25 cornering on Verstappen. So that brings us like 217. Crazy. So Verstappen leads, one more lap to do. Rival should pit then. He's used too much tyre. And rival does pit. So Verstappen's still leading. We're going to just cruise on the softs. I think his rival's going to hard, so they're not going to be a danger now. Prost, still got another lap to do. We could pit him to do mediums again, but we're just going to let him go. Now Verstappen will come out comfortably ahead of that P7 rival. Just going to push into pit. And with the softs compared to the hard, it's going to be night and day, the difference. But Prost comes in next lap. So lap 5. Verstappen coming out ahead of the rival up, nice and easy. And we are behind the Verstappen who's yet to pit. But look how far that Prost dropped on the hard tyres, having pit early. And here comes Verstappen, nice and easy on the softs. It's great when you get a good matchup. It's terrible when you don't. We are into P1 with Prost. He'll come into the pits for the soft tyres. He'll be very quick at the end of this race. Verstappen can't really push, but we're just going to leave him on medium. We're not even conserving. If you've got around 90 tyre management, you just need to conserve down the straight every single time. You can't push too much apart from the opening half a lap. And then you've just got to manage all the way. But you can see Max Verstappen with his 98 tyre management, I think it is. 4 laps easy, just left at medium boost. But we're coming around the final corner. We've got 2 laps to go. We're not going to conserve on any of these. We're just going to let them run. And what a difficult round. Started off 4 aces. Even had a real player, a max bot, and we got 47s. And then sadly we got a bad start in Austin, which cost us a point. And then to get that max bot in Silverstone was absolutely destroyed us. But that's the way it is sometimes. Never give up. You never know what's going to happen to your rivals. But the chances are today we're going to be off the podium. Maybe about P4 is my prediction with a 3-point drop. But it is what it is. So Verstappen coming round. Nice and easy. He's going to take the win. We're going to be well ahead of the rival. And left on medium. He comes across the line. And Prost comes along in P2. 47 points is the return. And that's what we needed. Absolutely needed. So we'll show you that matchup and show you where it leaves us. 1705 versus 1622 to finish off. With the rival running rare level 9 Verstappen. And you've got a decent car as well. Maybe we should, if we did revisit this GP again, race start 93 Verstappen, maybe we should have used a race start boost on him, something like Hook, but I don't think it's cost us too bad in the end at all. It's more just bad lines off the start, not to do with the boost. So let's see where that puts us at the end of that one. Tough round, but it's 373. 375 yesterday due to my mistake, and then 373 is simply the best we could do. It is what it is. Let me know how you've got on, and fingers crossed tomorrow we might get some virtue or something as a reward for the first day of the year. So have a great 2024. Enjoy it, and thanks for following this YouTube channel in 2023. It's been an absolute blast, and we'll see you for plenty more videos in the coming year.